Welcome to What You Need to Know About Crypto. I'm your host, Drew. In this show, we take the top Bitcoin and crypto news, and I give you my expert analysis. Okay, so our first big piece of news is Fidelity Digital Assets has adopted Bitcoin through its custodial service. So people who have Fidelity accounts can now purchase Bitcoin on their platform. They are looking to add other cryptos, according to their president, Tom Jessop, but they're going to be real patient before they bring on Ethereum, Litecoin, or any other of the top cryptos. They want to make sure that there's going to be a market for it, as well as with Ethereum, they're going to see how this hard fork plays out and just make sure that there's no 51% attacks similar to what happened to Ethereum Classic. Now, personally, I think Ethereum is one of the safest networks out there next to Bitcoin. And if it was up to me, I'd go ahead and add it. But you got to understand that having patience in the crypto space is never a bad idea. Okay. And like we just mentioned with Ethereum Classic getting hacked a couple months ago, those people were saying, hey, you know, this is better than Ethereum. And then it suffered the ill-fated 51% attack. So anytime people want to be slow, especially when it comes to holding other people's money for investments, you know, hats off to you for that. Always be patient inside the crypto market and don't rush into anything before thinking and seeing it through. Okay, so our next biggest piece of news is Jack Dorsey says that he buys $10,000 worth of Bitcoin every single week through his Cash App. All right. So Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter and Square, and he buys Bitcoin every single weekend. It's gotten to the point where they're calling it Sat Saturdays for Satoshi Saturdays. And it's just very interesting to me because if someone who has so much connections and just so many ties to technology, especially through the major social media platform like Twitter, is when he starts doing stuff, you know, I pay attention to that. And to see him buying $10,000 worth of Bitcoin every single week is just one of the biggest signs for Bitcoin adoption. And he has hinted that he does think the price of Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. And like I said, he has technology connections deeper than most people can even begin to understand. So when I see someone taking this move, I take note and I agree with them because I'm trying to buy as much Bitcoin as I can personally. Our last piece of news, U.S. state Connecticut is adopting crypto legislation that's going to allow for commerce to accept smart contracts as a legal form of agreement between two parties. So what this means is that two separate entities can agree upon through a smart contract, and it'll put them into a legal binding contract just like you would if you had a sheet of paper. And this is going to be big for the commerce space because it's going to save a lot of time and a lot of resources going through a bunch of unnecessary intermediaries to get paperwork through these to create existing contracts. So now what they can do is two parties can set agreements on both sides of the contract, and when when both sides fulfill their agreements, that smart contract automatically triggers, and they don't need a clearinghouse or a third party. And it's also going to make it legally binding in the state. So this is just one more step to approving crypto on a state level. And like I always say is to get stuff passed at the federal level, you got to get passed at the state level first. So this is just one more nudge in the crypto adoption area. Okay, so that's been our show of what you need to know about crypto. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put out shows every other single day. Make sure you check out our blog at crusader.com/blognation. Thanks for watching.